Siddhappa and welcome to my channel Complemental Economics, and today's topic is a blueprint discussion of Business Studies 2nd PUC Karnataka PU Board. Let's talk about it. In the previous videos of mine, one of the video I discussed about the question paper pattern of business studies. Right now I'm going to discuss about how easily you can score 50 marks while selecting by doing a smart work in the business studies. So let's talk about it. The blueprint which you are seeing now, that is the new blueprint. At the same time, it is completely I borrowed from the Karnataka PU board. So let's talk about how you can score easily marks. So your agenda will be scoring 50 marks. So let's talk about it. How are you going to pick the chapters? So the first thing, this is the first strategy. I have a couple of strategies, so I'm going to tell you to score 50 marks. The first strategy, this is the first strategy I'm giving you now. The first thing what you have to do is completely cover all 1 mark question. Completely covering all 1 mark question. So that means you're going to get 10 marks. Completely covering the 2 mark question. So you will be getting 20. So combining this, you're going to score 30 marks. And cover all the project oriented questions. So you will get 5 mark question, which is a project oriented question. You're going to get 10 mark. So that means you're going to score 40 very easily. 1 mark question covering all the chapters, 2 mark question covering all the chapters, 5 mark question you have to cover only 4 chapters, that is chapter 1, chapter 4, chapter 9 and chapter 10. So in this one you can skip. So you can cover chapter 1, chapter 4, chapter 9. Only 3 questions you're going to prepare. So you will get 4 in that you can answer easily to 1 extra question we are keeping for the safer side. So in this case you can score 40. One more thing what you can do is, if you want to score 50, it is really very easy. So pick one of the chapter where you have 8 mark question, which is 2. There are 2 questions 8 mark in the same chapter. The chapter is 5th chapter. If you select the 8 mark question, which you have 2 questions, so that means you're going to get the 16 mark. Whichever the question you have in this chapter for 8 mark, cover that completely, so you can score 16 mark easily. In this case, your score will become around 56 mark. 10, 30, 40, 56. 56 mark scoring will be very easy. So if you think it's difficult, I don't want to, so you can skip this and you can keep it this. But safer side, always preparing few extra questions, it's always good. So pick 8 mark question, that too from one chapter where you have 2 questions, which is a 5th chapter. Pick it up and read all the questions which is for the 8 mark, and you will get 16. So your score will be 56. Perfect 56. If you are not getting, at least you will get 50 in this question. So it is one of the easiest method. It's a first strategy to score 50 mark. Let me talk about the next strategy now. The second strategy to score 50 mark. How you can score it? So you don't want to read 1 mark, you don't want to read 2 mark, all the questions. So you think it's reading all the chapters, it's quite, too much. So what you can do is, you choose those chapter which is really very, very, when it comes to the weightage wise, the marks wise, in that chapter you have for more number of marks. Example, 21. You pick all the 11th chapter. The 11th chapter you pick. In that you're going to prepare all 1 mark plus 2 mark question, 4 mark question, and with that you're going to prepare 8 mark question also if you have it. So prepare this all. So after that you're going to score 21 mark out of this. By preparing only the 11th chapter completely, 1 mark, 2 mark, 4 mark, 8 mark, you will get 21 mark. Can you see here 21 mark which I marked from the 11th chapter. So then you see one more chapter which you have the more weightage. The one more chapter I can see here, that is this 19 mark. You will get it by reading the 5th chapter. So let me talk about the 5th chapter now. The 5th chapter you cover by picking the 5th chapter. You have to cover 1 mark. If you have 2 mark, 4 mark plus 8 mark. So if you cover all 1 mark, 2 mark, 4 mark and 8 mark question, you're going to score 19 mark from this chapter. So that means 21 plus 19, it will be 40 mark. To keep yourself in the safer zone, what you have to do is one more thing here which you have to add, project oriented question, which will be called as POQ. Prepare POQ 3 questions, chapter 1, chapter 4, chapter 9. Chapter 1 plus chapter 4 plus chapter 9. POQ from these chapters, 1 each. That means you're going to write 2 questions. So then you're going to score 10 mark from it. So then completely you can cover 50 mark. This is one more, the easiest way. Only you have to cover 2 chapters, which is 11th one and the 5th one, complete chapter, and the POQ, whichever the chapters you have a POQ, cover that. So you're going to score 50 marks very easily. This is a one more strategy to score 50 mark. I hope it is very clear, very easy to score 50 mark in the main exam also. Thank you so much. If you're really liking my videos, please subscribe and share. Thank you so much.